I don't know what to do. I've got 18 minutes till my train comes. Good morning, I'm still Jeremy, and I'm in the town of Misaki in Osaka Prefecture, way down at the extreme tip of Osaka Prefecture, at a train station I just arrived at called Misaki Koen Station. Misaki Koen means Misaki Park. And from here, the Nankai train, kind of a big train company in the Osaka area, the Nankai main line goes from Osaka to Wakayama down that way. But from this station, there is a little tiny branch line called the Tanagawa line. It goes to a station called Tanagawa. The line has a really interesting history, and it's one of those lines that it's surprising that it still exists, because it used to be really important, and it has all the things that made it important have gone away. But the line persists. I'm going to go today and explore the whole thing, all 4 stations and the line itself. Right now it is 10:12 a.m. on a Wednesday. This is the main line going one direction. There are 5 per hour most of the day, and the red ones are express trains. There's the other directions down to Wakayama. Plenty of trains. Down here, this is the one that goes to Tanagawa. Most of the day, only 1 per hour. So the 10:05 just left. So nearly an hour to kill here in the Misaki Koen station area. And that's cool, because over here, it used to be the big draw of this station. This is why this is such a big station and why it's such an important thing. There was a big amusement park here called Misaki Koen, Misaki Amusement Park. It opened, I think, in the 1950s and was a popular place to go until 2020. It shut down in 2020, closed forever. I just saw the Misaki community bus leave. That's one other thing that's really killing the Tanagawa line. Since the trains are only once an hour, the buses may be more frequent. So a lot of people find the bus more useful than the train, unfortunately for the train. I'm going to see how far I can get to the old park. I don't think I can get inside the park, but I think I can get kind of close, so go check out this path here. This is like finding the modern Japanese equivalent of ancient Roman ruins, Roman baths and stuff. This fountain, by the way, is now decorated with lights every December. Well, this was where you would buy your tickets and enter the ticket gates and start your Misaki Koen adventure. Still soap in there. Still wash your hands. 6-year-old soap. There you go. Wow. You really can wash your hands here. Some kind of little side path here. See where it goes. Suppose you could get in there if you wanted to. But Judge told me to stop breaking into old amusement parks. Okay, well, this path I'm on continues, but I think it just goes out to the coast here, and it's not related to the park. Can't get anywhere into the park grounds. So I'm gonna go back now, hike back up to the station, and actually get on this train to the next station on the Tanagawa line. Konnichiwa.
ビアレッドコリー。やかましい。
かっこいい。じゃあ、ありがとう。
こちらこそサンキュー。
I was wondering why I couldn't find my train up here. This is on the way to Namba and the airport, and this one is on the way to Wakayama. I was like, where's my little line? Here it is, way at the end. For Tanagawa, 1110, track 5. All right, here's my train waiting here. It's about 10 minutes to go till it leaves. All trains on the Tanagawa line are but 2 cars. Do walk through the train, then I'll get a seat at the very front so I can watch the tracks split off. Okay, I'm here at Fukecho Station, the first stop after Misaki Koen. This station already shows the decay of this line. So what happened was this line, the Tanagawa line, was established in 1944 during World War II. Misaki Koen Station was already stationed on the main line, although it wasn't called that. But the Tanagawa line was established to take people to the factories and stuff for the war effort on the coast here. And so after World War II ended in 1945, the line stayed open for a little bit. And in 1948, something happened to sort of revive the line and make it really important for people in Osaka. But we'll talk about that at the next station. This station, Fukecho, was part of the original 1944 line. So there were like bits of industry and stuff around here, and maybe where people lived, some of the workers lived. So it just kind of got them back and forth. But you can see that there used to be another platform over there. The platform's still there, but it's not really a platform. The tracks are gone, and it's all overgrown. So my train just rode over that trestle and came over here. You see where the other line used to be, it's still kind of there. And the other thing is big changes that came to this train line over the years. So this platform, the one that is still being used, used to be a lot longer. So trains had more than 2 cars, and so they needed all the space on the platform. And now, since no trains are that long on this line, they just blocked it off. Well, as for me, the next station is so close that I don't think I'm going to wait an hour. I think I'm going to walk around this town a little bit and then just walk to the next station and maybe get the train there to go to the last station. I'm going to wait here on this pedestrian walkway to watch the train going the opposite direction go over this cool red trestle. And while I'm waiting, it's about 3 or 4 minutes, I'll tell you what happened in 2023 to this train line. They made the stations like this one, Fukecho, unstaffed. They reduced every train to just 2 cars, and they dropped the number of trains per day to about half. So it used to be twice as many trains per hour. Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa. These neighborhoods are moribund. They're just abandoned and very, very fun to walk through. And I believe I'm close enough to the actual water's edge of the bay where I can go see that and still have time to catch the train at the next station. And I believe it's down this path. And we'll see if any of that is true. And the next station, whenever I get to it, that's the one that was established after World War II, an actual thing for tourists from Osaka City. This is a ferry terminal. In 1948, there was a new route established to get from Osaka over to Shikoku, the big island of Shikoku. And the way they would do it is a ferry service was established here. So trains would come down from Osaka to here, to Fukeiko Station. Express trains would come here. Believe it or not, they would get on a ferry here, not the trains, but the people would change to a ferry. It would go across to Awaji Island, and then on Awaji Island, there would be a train across the island, and then from the end of that island, they would get a ferry onto Shikoku. Sort of complicated, but at the time, a very easy way in the late 40s to get from Osaka to Shikoku and back. The train on Awaji Island was discontinued The ferry kept up for a while, but it only went to Awaji Island, didn't go all the way to Shikoku, and so that greatly reduced the number of people. But for a while, the fortunes of the train were riding high, the train line, until all that happened and no more express trains from Osaka. See if I can find out any information about the ferry. Do they still run or anything? Konnichiwa.
はい、ここから
どこまで？
淡路島アイランドお待ちしてます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
Okay, she said the ferry is not running now because it only runs April to November. And when it does run, it goes to Awaji Island 4 times a day. This office is open because there are other like sightseeing tours and stuff that they do. They rent out bicycles and things like that. And she said, over here, you can not only see Awaji Island, but you can see the big bridge. See if that's true. No, maybe she meant from the ferry. You could see it. Here is Fukeko Station, mighty Fukeko Station, which used to see a lot more traffic, a lot more people going to the ferry to get to Shikoku. And here too, take a look at the former part of the platform not used now. Way up there, after this platform, there's it looks like another platform. I don't know what it would be. Maybe it's nothing, but maybe it's some kind of old train related thing. When we go by, I'll try to get a picture of it.
The next stop is Tanagawa, station number MK41-3, our final stop. Please exit on the left side and be careful of the doors. Thank you for taking the Nankai Railway.
It turns out that the thing I saw was not only a train platform, it was the platform of the very nearby next and final station. I have no explanation why there were about 5 people beside me boarding at the last station for such a quick ride. That thing I saw was the next station. It's 500 meters from the last station to this station. It was nothing. Well, here it is, the end of the line, Tanagawa Station, the westernmost train station in all of Osaka Prefecture. I do see a little bus stop here. Well, here's the deal here. This is kind of confusing. From here, I believe there's a community bus that goes from the station out to the actual end point, the westernmost point of land in Osaka Prefecture. It's a few kilometers away, I think. My Japanese train finding and route finding app, which includes all the buses and trains all over Japan, doesn't have the community bus here for some reason. It's such an obscure bus route that it's not even in my app. Like, I've never seen that before. I think the impression I got was that, whatever bus stops here, we'll go there. But I don't remember what there is called. Something about Kojima. And I don't know what to do. There's a bus coming in a few minutes here, about 10 minutes, but the little diagram on this thing, which reads out where to go, I cannot read it. It's too old and faded and waterlogged. And I don't know how to explain it to anybody because I don't think I know how to say in Japanese the westernmost point of land in Osaka Prefecture, but it's not like a normal touristy thing, so people wouldn't know what I was talking about. Like, I don't know where that is. So I might just wait till the next bus comes and get on it and see what happens. I saw a map outside the station, very old faded map, and it said the place I want to go is called Kojima Sumiyoshi. Something, something. And the side of this bus said Kojima Sumiyoshi. Not much leg room on this bus. Here goes nothing. Ah,
向こうで止まる。
何？
ここはあの人帰るから。
あ、そっかそっか、すいません。
はい、ありがとうございました。
はい、ありがとうございます。すみません。100円ですね。はい。
ありがとうございます。
はい。
気をつけてね。
ありがとう。
はい、ありがとう。
Okay, I was right. It is the right place. I tried to get off when the station, like I pressed the button for the station, then he stopped and the lady got off and I tried to get off. He's like, no, I'm just letting her off, kind of a special place because her house is right here, but I'll take you to the real station. Unusual in Japan where everything is to the actual correct place. But anyway, important to check my bus back. 12:54, 13:20, is that right? Does that go to where I want? I can only assume so. I've got a little over 20 minutes and the actual technical administrative western limit of Osaka Prefecture is along one of these piers somewhere. So let me go wander around the piers. Okay, this is it right here. This corner is the absolute westernmost point of Osaka Prefecture. And here you go. Right out there, that corner, and these tetrapods, that's it. I come all this way and I can't even be the westernmost person in Osaka Prefecture. I don't know what's going on. I'm not climbing around on those things. But I'm the second westernmost person in all of Osaka Prefecture right now. So I'm gonna take the bus back to Tanagawa Station and then I will end the video there. Unless the bus doesn't actually go to the station, then I'll end the video somewhere else. Actually, right out here, by the way, I can see the great Akashi Bridge right behind that gigantic tanker. See the two big spires from it. Okay, been thinking about it and I'm going to not ride the train back. I'm going to stay on the bus all the way back to Misaki Koen Station, just because it'll show me some routes and roads and stuff that I haven't seen yet. Arigato. Okay, that was a nice little bus ride back here to Misaki Koen Station, where it all began on the Tanagawa line. Let's check the checklist here. Abandoned bicycle, interesting statue or figurine, motor scooter, obachan with cart, notable bird, cartoon drawing on sign, graffiti, hair salon, tree cut into circles, car elevator, beer vending machine. Well, what can I say except that was cool, and it's 2 p.m. I don't see anywhere around here for lunch. I don't know what I'm going to do about that, but that's my problem, not your problem. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Deadly poison blowfish. Watch today's full video without ads and get more exclusive travelogues, video diaries, and other stuff. These houses are great. As a paid or free supporter at patreon.com/T1DWanderer. Special thanks this week in random order to Ray Nichols, Matt Kane, David Richley, Lever Wong, Samantha, Thomas G. Ritchie, Calvin Ferreira, Will Phillips, and Russell Davis. Thanks for wandering around the Tanagawa line with me. Everywhere is worth exploring.